Hello, Algebra 2 students. Today we're continuing with the rational expressions, but you'll be happy to know that what we're doing today is quite a bit easier and less complicated than the adding and subtracting. So we're going to start by looking at this. It says pop quiz. We're not really doing it like a pop quiz, but they say below are several statements about the properties of rational expressions. Next to each problem number, indicate if the statement is true or false. So what I'd like for you to do is take a minute. Let me see if we can get all of these on there at one time. Yeah. All right. So look at each of these expressions or equations and the statements that's beside it. And I want you to decide if they are true or false. So for example, number 1 says 5x divided by x equals 5. And in parentheses, because you can cancel the x's. Is that true or is it not? So put a T or F for true or false by the number 1. And number 2 has 5 plus x divided by x equals 5. It says it's true. It says you can cancel the x's. Is it true or is it not? Can you cancel those x's or not? So take a minute and go through there and take a look at those, each one of those, and you can just write it down. You don't have to like print this out or anything. It's not something to turn in, but I just want you to make a little note like 1 through 8. What do you think? True or false? Are those statements true or false? Okay. All right, hopefully you paused the video and now you're back, or you had time to, if you didn't have time to go through those 8, pause the video, go through the 8, put a true or false, and then start the video again. Okay, so let's talk about these. In the wrong paper there. Number 1 says 5x divided by x equals 5, and it says because you can cancel the x's, and that is true. In this case, because the 5 and the x are multiplied, you can cancel one without the other. So that one is true. You can cancel those x's. Okay, number 2 says 5 plus x divided by x equals 5. These x's you cannot cancel because of that addition. Okay, that's false. You cannot cancel just those x's. You would have to, this would have to be 5 over x plus x over x, which is 1. Okay, but you can't cancel out something. I don't want to erase all that. You can't cancel out those because they're added. Okay. Number 3. It says we can cancel, this is true because we can cancel the -2 and the +2. You want to think of the addition or subtraction sign as tying those terms together, and you cannot simplify one term that's added or subtracted without simplifying all of the terms. So this is false. You cannot just cancel out. You can't cancel those out. Okay. Number 4, multiply across and the x's cancel. 8x times 3 is 24. Yeah, these x's can cancel. 8 times 3 is 24. 5 times 1 is 5. What do you notice? If that were 8 plus x, we would not be able to cancel out those x's. But since it's 8 times x, we can cancel them. What would happen if you didn't? If you just multiplied it across, you'd have 24x divided by 5x, and then you can cancel those. You can cancel with multiply. You cannot cancel with add, subtract. Number 5, 1 over x plus x over 4 equals 1 over 4. Go straight across and the x's cancel. What did you just learn? You spent about 3 days working on adding and subtracting rational expressions. Learned you have to have a common denominator. Can you just add those straight across and go 1 over 4 and the x's cancel? No. Can't cancel with addition and subtraction. You can cancel with multiplication. What about this one? 4x plus 3, 7 plus. Can you just add straight across with the last 3 days you've spent adding and subtracting? Can you do that? No, you have to find a common denominator first. Number 7. You're adding. We have common denominator. They added the top and left the bottom the same. Looks good. That one's true. And number 8, 1 over x plus 3 plus 2 equals 2x plus 7 over x. Now, those have to have a common denominator, right? So you have 1 over x plus 3. The 2 doesn't have the x plus 3, so you'd have to multiply this. Okay. So when you distribute, that's 2x plus 6. Add that 1 and the 6 and you get 7. Yes, that works. True. Okay. So what do you notice? What do you see in the pattern there that when can you cancel and when can you not? You can cancel with multiplication. You cannot cancel with addition. Okay. Now, let's go here. For these, I want you to pick one column. You can pick A or B or the C. If you're really looking for something to do, you could do all 3 of them. But I want you to type in the equation and get the table, and you can get those from Desmos, right? So you're going to type these in. Either do the first column, like these, or that's column A, or column B, or column C. You don't have to do all 3. The same thing that happens in column A is going to happen in column B. It's going to happen in column C. So if you'll use Desmos to type in this equation and look at your table, you remember how to do that? Let's see. For some reason, I'm in Edge today instead of Chrome, and I don't know why, but beautiful free math. Okay, for that one, I just lost my paper. When you type in your equation, like the first one in column A is 2 divided by x minus 3. And then you go right here to this little gear and hit the table. And we want, our table is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 1, 2, then you type 3 and 4, not 34, 4, and then 5. And you can fill in your table. So do that for each one of those. And then look and see what you notice about those tables. Pause the video and then let's come back. Okay. If you're back now and you found all of those tables, you'll see that all of the ones in column A gave you this table right here. All of the functions in column B gave you this one, and column C gave you this one. I don't know if you had a page 2, but all of these, all the ones in column A gave you the same answer, same table. All the ones in column B gave you the same table. All the ones in column C gave you the same table. These are equivalent. So take a look at these. What did they do to get from this equation to this equation? You can have equivalent expressions that don't have the same number. What we're going to be doing today is simplifying them. So what you're going to do, what we've done so far, you don't have to turn any of that in. The next thing you're going to do is go down in the same folder for today for Schoology. I didn't get it on the same, like the page that has your assignment, but in that folder, today's folder, Tuesday's folder, there is a video about simplifying rational expressions. And there's a PDF. You can print it out or you can just do the work on your own paper. The notes part you can watch. What I want to see turned in is the practice problems. But it's going to give you, that video will give you examples and directions on how to simplify rational expressions. You've probably done it before. Much easier and much shorter than the adding and subtracting. So I think you'll like it. Have a good day.